Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 5 and we are going to be competing again in the DrAce Academy Yamaha R7 Cup, and it's time for round 6, which is Oulton Park. Now you may or may not know, but Oulton Park is a very special place for me. I love this circuit, just 40 minutes up the road from where I am, and I gotta say, I'm feeling really hyped for this one. I can't wait to see what we can do. I haven't done any practice. I've not really done any practice at all for any of the races, but for this one, I feel like maybe I didn't need to. I think I should be secure for doing decent on it, but I don't want to get too cocky because already that lap time from Gilzo is looking like it's probably pole position for him. That's a very solid lap time, and considering we're only doing a 1:43, it's an indication that I should have practiced, or at least try to get the feeling back in Ride 5, because it's just not been there. I've been making way too many mistakes. Not quick, not fast, just not feeling it, just not having that speed and momentum. So I've got to improve, and honestly, racing against these guys, Sergio 23, Charlie, Gilzo, Gravestone, it's giving me that buzz again, and I'm really hyped to play more Ride 5. So with more cups on the horizon, more championships coming soon, I'm pumped, and yeah, I'm beginning to feel better and better about this game more and more. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think this is going to be a big one for me. Aspirations are to be right up there with them, fighting with Gilzo and Sergio 23. Probably Charlie. I've seen how quick he is around here as well. Recent channel member Charlie, of course. Big thank you to him. And yeah, so I'm keen to see what we can do in today's video. I'm really hyped. I'm really excited for this one because we did the Suzuka race earlier on. I won't spoil it yet, but if you haven't watched that one, go and watch it now because I'm about to spoil it. But yeah, that was a good race, but I started making mistakes, so I don't want to make those mistakes here. I want to race, I want to fight, and hopefully we can have a good bold battle with Gilzo like we did the last time we were in Britain, i.e. Cadwell Park. So coming out of Druids then, it's important to get a good line coming out of this corner, and we are going to improve by half a second. That puts us closer to Gilzo's time, but it's still nowhere near good enough for top spot. It's might even just be on the front row, but I guess we'll not find out till we cross the line. So coming up into the Deer Leap and across the line, it's going to be a 1:42.456. Not bad, but we're still 0.5 of a second down, but it's good enough for second, and that's a great start for us here in Oulton Park. We can see it's beginning to click now. It is beginning to work its magic. I'm just feeling that momentum all the time the more I play this game, and the biggest thing for me is the brakes. I'm just treating it like it's MotoGP 23. I'm being gentle on the brakes and applying it gradually rather than just going full strength on the brakes. It's something that you can get away with in Ride 5. You can hit that brake quite hard and you won't endo, you won't just lock the front. It's a good balance, and I've got to remember how to be good in Ride 5, because after all, it's all about feeling, it's all about confidence, and it's about making it work. And so far, I've not made it work. So yeah, I'm hoping this is the one. I'm really feeling excited for this one. And now onto the brakes into Hizzies. Yeah, that's really working better now. A lot more pressure on the brake, not so tentative, be more confident, be more brazen on the brakes, and it should help me out. And I say that, and I did those overtakes in Cadwell Park. I was extremely aggressive. Suzuka was quite aggressive as well. I have been in majority of the races, to be fair, but I think that's because of just lack of confidence, and I know I need to push to the maximum to defeat the competition and also to get back to where I used to be, and that's up at the front, fighting at the sharp end. So on the brakes, firm as we can going into Lodge corner. Not too stable going into Lodge, but I think it was stable enough certainly to pull me in. But now across the line, this puts us in a difficult situation here because I've got a minute left. Do you get 40 seconds or do you get 30 seconds to complete the lap? This I'm not sure about, so I'm going to just go for it here, but I think we might run out of time because basically the way the Ride 5 lobbies work is once that time expires, you only get a short amount of time before the lobby ends. Doesn't matter if you're on a fast lap or slow lap, the race and the qualifying ends. So we're up by a 10th in the first split. We're going quite strong there to the left hand side, and now into the Shell Oils corner, still going quite well. There is a rider ahead of me, which I shouldn't get involved with. I think we should be okay. He's entering the Britain chicane now, and we're just going to follow him hard onto the brakes, and with the change of the direction, we'll start to close in, and I think we might end up meeting him just after Hizzy's going into the Knickerbrook. I hope not. But then again, it might not matter, because there it is. That's the lap time ending. We have 40 seconds remaining. I don't think I'm going to finish this. I'm up by 2.5 tenths of a second. It is NQ. As we now go to the right-hand side, we might meet him going into Druids here. We'll see if we can get past him as he goes off to the circuit a little bit. Wow, I followed him in there. Goodness me. But we're now under the water tower. Now to the right-hand side. Pulling in, pulling in. Oh, he's gone down into Druids. What's the lap time going to be for us? We're improving by 1/10 and a half, but we've got 10 seconds of this lap time remaining. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to try and go as late as I can. No chance. We're not going to finish. I think we were going to improve by quite a bit, but unfortunately, the session's ended, and we do finish in second place, 0.5 of a second behind Gilzo, the pole man, at it again from a very familiar spot. And by the way, Sergio23 is not on stocks there. I don't know what's happened there. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, it is round 6 of the DrAce Academy Yamaha R7 Cup. Gilzo in pole, myself in second, and Sergio in third. We will now start, and hopefully we can take the whole shot from Gilzo, but he is strong from the best possible qualifying spot on the grid. So into Old Hall. I'm going to get pushed wide a little bit. Oh, I'm off the circuit trying to regain the position, and I've got myself 0.3 of a penalty. I just didn't want to yield that time around, because I feel if I can go with Gilzo, I may be able to beat him. So into the left-hand side. We're closing in already on the number 46, I believe Gilzo is. And we might have the lead. So this is exactly where I wanted to be. It's Alton Park, my home track. I've got to go for it in this one. Whether we end in a crash or we're victorious, I'm just going to go for it. That's all that matters in this one. I don't think I have the speed to break away from him, but I think I have the speed to disrupt his rhythm and interrupt his momentum. So, yeah, that's my goal in this one. Hopefully I've got the feeling back upon the brakes. I felt like I was really beginning to learn in the qualifying, and I felt we could start putting in some good lap times. But into Hizzies, I'll play it safe as Gilza goes around the outside. Much more stronger on the brakes than I am, much more confident. I haven't got that confidence at the moment as we go into Knickerbrook. 2 in 1 does not work out in that corner, so it's a good job I backed out. I already kind of owe Gilzo an apology for the mistake in Cadwell Park where we collided. I did take the blame for that one, but Gilzo was very, very fair about, actually. He was more than happy to share the blame for that incident, but yeah, I did feel it was more so my issue than his. But now into the penultimate corner. I don't think there's a point in going for a lunge there. I might as well use the slipstream going into Deer Leap and stay with him going into the Old Hall corner. So 1 lap down already in the very short races we have going in the Yamaha R7 Cup. And now onto the brakes. I noticed downshifting here to third can sometimes unsettle the bike, so I'm staying in 4th for the first corner. Sergio is holding a watching brief in 3rd, and now I'm going to exchange battle with the Irish ace again. Really tight to the apex there. I was trying not to hit him, but I wanted to close in as much as I possibly could to Gilzo to try and have a chance of attacking him here going into the left-hander for the island bend. But into the left-hand side. Oh, Gilzo's very wide. What? Nothing I can do about that. Oh, I wanted to bring the power on, but I know for a fact I would have hit him. Oh, no. Oh, Sergio23's behind me. What's happened to him? Oh, that's a disaster. I know. I knew if I continued accelerating, then I would have hit Gilzo as he regained the position on the track. So I just froze up. I didn't know what to do there. I guess I made the right decision by not hitting him, but oh, that's frustrating. I had the line there, and I would have just... Oh, Charlie's off the circuit. And for me, I would have just continued accelerating there in a normal instance, but I know for a fact, as he regained that position on the circuit, if I just continued to power, I would have hit straight into the back of him, and we both would have gone down. I guess... that's annoying. I don't feel at fault for that one, and to be fair, it's not really Gilzo's fault, it was just an accident. But, yeah. That's annoying. Not my home track. No fault of my own, but it is what it is. But, okay, complexion has changed. Championship has certainly changed as well, because if Gilzo got that lead, I'm taking 4 points away from Sergio, and Charlie's taking, what, 9 points away from him, maybe 7? And then, oh wow, Gilzo's, yeah, he's going to take like 12 or 13 points away from the Belgian ace, so Yeah, that puts him in a difficult situation. He's 1.4 seconds behind me, so he's certainly not out of this. He hasn't got a penalty either. So he only needs to get behind me by 3/10, and he takes my position. But with 3 laps to go, or 2.5 should I say, we have an opportunity to catch up to second. And I think it's a bit optimistic, but a 2-second gap to Charlie, why not just go for it? I said if no matter what happens, we're going to go for it, so that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Is we just lost ZenQ. So gap is still hovering around 1.9 seconds, very much a status quo as we go into Britain's. Yeah, and even on the exit the chicane, it's still 1.9 seconds to Charlie and 1.6 to Sergio 23. I don't know if Sergio's closing me in or if I'm closing Charlie in. I don't think either is going any quicker than either. I think we're all just doing pretty much the same lap times, but I still find that I had a lot more to give here in Alton, and you know what, I kind of wish we had more laps in this one. Maybe a good 10 or something, because I think the more this race goes on, the better my feeling's becoming. I do feel stronger and stronger on the brakes. It's something I've been really struggling with, and seeing where Gilzo overtook me into the first couple of corners, especially into Hizzy's, it really showed how late you can go in the brakes, and I think I've been treating this the wrong way. So let's start trying to push a bit more on the brakes, and let's see if we can build some confidence and some momentum going into my final race. Now, of course, the final couple of races will still be on, and they still will be racing. It's just that I won't be able to take part with them because I'll be in Motorcycle Live. So for those who still want to watch, you can check out Sergio23's stream and follow in the Discord server to see all the updates from this Yamaha R7 Cup. But almost lost a front there into Cascades as we pull in a few tenths on Charlie. Not enough to get excited about yet. But yeah, for the final couple of races, my final one will be recorded not long after this. And that is the UMC East or West course, I believe. I'm not sure which one it is, but not a particular fan favourite track of mine, so I'm hoping for a good race, but we'll just see what happens. I go very wide. I got a bit more penalty for that. Damn it. I wasn't trying to, but unfortunately I acquired some, and we are actually closing in quite a lot on Charlie, and he's just made a mistake there coming out of Britain's. The gap is down to 1.6, so we won't catch him, but I'll certainly put the pressure on him towards the last lap. And up by a tenth of a second into Hizzy's, and the gap has come down to 1.4. Very tight to apex with the Knickerbrook. Bring on the power. If we get a bit of slipstream, can we close in? I don't know what penalty he's got, so I'm just going to assume he's got a bit. So then that way, if he does have more than me and less than the gap, we could actually take second place. We'll see what happens. But on the brakes we go then into the penultimate corner. This is the penultimate lap. So the penultimate corner, the penultimate lap. 1.2 seconds is the gap to Charlie. 4 seconds it is to Gilzo. And a further 2 behind me is Sergio23. But across the line, that is a 42.359. So close pace for where my qualifying lap is. So there's not much difference between my qualifying and race pace as it stands. So that's good. That's a good performance. But the gap being 1.2 to Charlie. I think he's got it covered, but I did feel really strong going into Shell Oils and then the Britain chicane. So let's see if we can pull back this gap. There's nothing else to go for right now. There's nothing to lose. We've not had a particularly great race again. But as long as we can close in and get some momentum. And you know what? Visually, we are closing in quite a lot. And we just pulled at least 3 or 4 tenths of a second into Shell Oils. The gap's down to 9 tenths, ladies and gentlemen. This could be on. Now into the chicane. I think Charlie's lost a bit of momentum. I almost lost him at the rear there. But the gap has come down to Gilzo to 2.7. Wow. I don't know what lap time's coming in here, but we have some speed. Here into Hizzy's. We're up by 60,000 of a second. I don't know if we're going quicker or if the rest of them are just going a bit slower. But right now, we are closing in rapidly onto the rear of Charlie. We're going to have one hell of a final couple of corners. But I don't think I'll be able to get him. We might be able to put the willies up him, but make the pressure boom in his head. But I don't know. I'll tell you what, we are closing in quite rapidly here. Into Druids, we could be lining up for a lunge, going into Lodge, as we gain 3 tenths of a second on this lap. A little bit off the circuit, of course, but onto the brakes, right into the Lodge corner. We might have a chance here. Come on, into D-Elite. Let's give it everything we've got. The gap's come down to Gilzo to 2.2, and across the line, we won't get him across the line, but wow. We tried. We really pushed on that last lap there. We must have had a good lap time. We certainly did. It was a 1:41.9. Was that better for pole position? I don't know, but that was one hell of a lap. Across the line it says we got second place, but we'll not see until the next screen. But wow, that was impressive. I really enjoyed that last lap. Coming out of nowhere, to be honest with you. But as it stands, Gilzo, myself, Charlie and Sergio23, but in the last couple of seconds we will then find out whether we got second place or not. All depends what penalty Charlie had, but in the final screen we did claim second place. Charlie must have had a large penalty there because the gap is 2.9. What an effort. I'll take that. Not bad at all. And fastest lap at the end of this one? Yeah, I'm happy with that one. DrAce coming on strong towards the end of the championship. Beautiful. So there you are then, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more like this, be sure to subscribe. And of course, hit the like button as well, because it does help the channel's algorithm. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I'd appreciate it. But upon that note, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.